ओडेटा एडाप्टर में कैसा होता है ना, देखो अभी तुमने जैसे सोप करा, ठीक है, सोप HTTP वन, सोप का 1.x RM है ना, तो उसमें एक कुछ भी प्री डिफाइंड नहीं था, राइट, मतलब कि बॉडी एटलीस्ट डिफाइंड नहीं था, करेक्ट।
ओके।
ठीक है, बट ओ डेटा एडाप्टर में वैसा नहीं होता है। ओ डेटा एडाप्टर इज समथिंग, नो, इज वेरी स्ट्रिक्ट थिंग। ओके, सो समवन कैनॉट पुश एनीथिंग टू ओ डेटा एडाप्टर। ओके, दैट नीड्स टू बी इन सम स्पेसिफिक फॉर्मेट। ओके, अभी वो
ओके।
फॉर्मेट का क्या बोलते हैं, जैसे इसमें सोप में WSDL था, राइट, उसमें क्या होता है, EDMX होता है। ओके,
EDMS।
हाँ, EDMX. So whenever you are working with sender OData adapter or receiver OData adapter, right? दोनों ही सिनेरियो में you will be needing EDMX file, okay,
ओके।
to send the data. ठीक है, receiver side पे it is not mandatory, but sender side पे it is very much mandatory. Okay, so this was just a quick brief about OData adapter thing.
ओके सर।
See, let me just log in. So do you have, in the meanwhile, do you have any questions?
नो सर।
ठीक है, क्या है यार, लॉगिन करने क्यों नहीं देता है मेरे को। Let me just use this ID then. इसमें डाला है, इसमें नेक्स्ट जनरेशन लर्निंग होता है।
सर EDMX एज अ ब्लूप्रिंट काम करता है।
क्या बोल रहे हो।
EDMX जो है वो एज अ ब्लूप्रिंट काम करता है वो डेटा का।
ब्लूप्रिंट, आई थिंक, सी, आई विल नॉट से ब्लूप्रिंट, ठीक है, मतलब ब्लूप्रिंट एक तरह से बोल सकते हो, बट द मोर करेक्ट वर्ड विल बी मेटा डेटा।
मेटा डेटा। ओके।
ओके, सो द मोर करेक्ट वर्ड इज मेटा डेटा। ओके, बेसिकली हमें उसका मेटा डेटा चाहिए रहता है। ओके, वी कॉन्फ़िगर इट। ओके, एंड like it is being used in the configuration. Let me just show you. Okay, just a minute. कुछ है ही नहीं, पता नहीं यार, इसीलिए हम अपना अकाउंट यूज करते हैं, कोई बात नहीं। See, I'm going to create a new interface. Okay, the test raw data. Okay, let me go into the flow. Edit. Now see, OData start. We just selected this. Okay, and we are going to this OData adapter. See here, no, we are not having any options. Okay, like to select whether it is V2 or V4. OData comes in two versions as of now. One is your V2, other one is V4. Okay, so here by default it is version 2. Okay, so the transport protocol is HTTP and the message protocol is OData V2. Okay, so this is just a like general overview of OData. Okay, on the sender adapter side. Okay, now see, now in the configuration you are having few of the mandatory parameters. For example, authorization is user role and client certificate. So there are two things. Okay, either you can use this client certificate and then you can use the user role. This is exactly same what you are having in HTTPS SOAP, right? In both of them.
Yeah.
Then you can select roles. Okay, so whatever roles you have created with respect to any specific system will be there. By default, ESP message.send will be there. Okay. Then here you are having an EDMX. Okay. So here you need to upload an EDMX file. Now, how an EDMX file looks like, the extension of this file will be an .edmx. Okay. This is entity data model XML. Okay. So sample the yeah, okay. Okay. EDMX file is available on GitHub. Let me see. So this will be actually a file. Okay. See, this is an example of an EDMX file. Okay.
Okay.
Now let me copy this. Let me download this. See, save as type EDMX file. Okay, I am saving this just for an example. Okay, now what I'm going to do in this way, you will be having the file EDMX file, and then you have to upload it here. Okay, so download. See, this is an EDMX file. Uploaded it. Okay. Now query like what operation we need to do with respect to this EDMX. That say for example post. Okay, then entity set. So what entity set you will be using? See the metadata of this thing, right? In this there are a lot of things, there will be a lot of entity. Okay, so this is in the Northwind model. Okay, like
Okay.
Northwind is an open OData service, like which you can use it. Okay, so today like okay, I will tell you about this Northwind also. See in this, say for example, like there is customer entity type is customer. Okay, meaning customer data, so it can accommodate customer data. Then we are having entity type as employee, then employee data. Okay, then again like we might be having some different entity type, order detail, right? So order data. And again we are having entity type as order, so it will be an order data again. See, this is order detail and this is order data. Okay, so for example, okay, if anyone want using this EDMX, right, the person wants to send the data for order. Okay, therefore what we are going to select, we are going to select order, and we are going to conf paste it here in the entity set. Let's say for example order. Okay, so like this we will be defining this. Okay, and this configuration is done. Now see all these informations, like I took the EDMX and I am getting it from here. Actually in the project, in projects, right, it does not go in this way. What happens, this EDMX file, right, they are going to provide you. Okay, they will,
Client.
client, yeah, like the person who is on the sender side. Okay, in this case this person will send you the EDMX file. Okay, This
Okay, sir.
person will tell you which, yeah, this person will only tell you like which entity you need to use here, okay, and what operation you need to do, whether they are posting the data, whether they are deleting the data, okay, whether they are doing some function import. So function import is a kind of different thing, okay. Then they are
Okay,
querying a data, okay. So if they are updating the data, so all these things they will be telling, okay. I'm just using post as an example, and I've taken order as an example, okay. Now we have to see now like what will happen if you're going to make this one, okay. If you're going to make this, save and deploy, save and deploy this. So this flow, okay, let me tell you one more thing, okay, before going for any message. Now see, let's go to monitor to see the to see the difference between OData adapter, SOAP adapter, HTTPS adapter. Okay.
okay,
See, we have deployed this. Currently, there is no endpoints configured. Let me refresh this. This will come. Do you know about worker node, runtime node in CPI?
worker node. No, sir. First time I hear.
There are two. Yeah, there are two nodes in CPI. Okay. One is your worker node, other one is your runtime node. Okay. So worker node is responsible for all the deployments. Okay. And
Okay,
runtime node is responsible for processing of messages. Okay. So this URL is being generated by your worker node. Okay.
okay,
And when message will flow through this integration flow, it will be taken care by your runtime node.
okay,
Okay.
okay, sir.
Now see here, you can see this, right? This URL. Whenever you are going to use an OData adapter at center side, no, you don't have any control on the URL part. In HTTPS, you are having an address configuration over there, right?
Yes, sir.
In which you were defining, in which you were defining what you were defining the this particular
Directory.
part, like
Yeah, bath.
yeah, this path you was like path suffix. We call this as a path suffix. So we were able to define that in HTTPS adapter and SOAP adapter both, right? But OData does not give you that provision. Okay, in OData, what happens? Like it is GW. GW means it is global. Okay, OData means saying that it is an OData URL. Then SAP. Till here, it is standard. Okay, it is in standard, followed by your flow name. Okay, followed by your flow name. So this will be the URL which will be formed. So this does not happen in HTTPS SOAP adapter. Okay, like it does not gives us a control on the formation of the URL. Okay,
Okay, sir.
and then it is v1. So this is saying like by default it is version 1. Okay, then you will be having an EDMX for this. So this is just like metadata. Okay, this will be your metadata URL. It will ask for login. Okay, let's forget about this for now. Yeah, ideally here you need to use your username and credentials which you are using to log into this. Ideally, it should have taken because I've already logged in, but not sure why it's not taking. Anyways, okay. But this will be a EDMX, right? This will be your metadata URL. Okay, using this you can extract the EDMX metadata of this particular URL. Okay. See,
Okay, sir.
now people you sometimes know client what do know like they just give you the URL and tell you to extract the metadata using the credentials. Okay, so in that case the URL will look like something like this. Okay, so here you need to just add this dollar metadata and you will be getting the metadata. Okay,
Okay,
but in that case you have to use the credentials. Here it is saying right 401 unauthorized, right? So this is one thing. Now let's go back to our flow. And yeah, like just for a point, OData usually accepts JSON and XML both. Okay.
Okay.
Now let me just add one. Let me just edit
In
this.
SOAP adapter, only it will deal with only
XML, only
XML.
XML, yes. Only XML.
Okay.
And HTTPS adapter is free, like it can accept anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the first, it means first difference is related about address. HTTPS and SOAP have
Yes.
we can
Yes.
describe the address, but in OData,
You don't have that provision.
okay. And second difference is
Second difference is the protocol difference,
protocol
as
difference.
I showed you, right? There it was HTTP, right? And here it is OData v2.
Okay.
Okay. And third difference you can understand this way, like OData cannot accept anything, right? It needs to be the messages needs to be adjusted as per the EDMX file, but there is no such restrictions on HTTPS. There is no such there is some limitations. Okay, there is some restrictions on SOAP. Okay, with respect to WSDL. In SOAP we use WSDL, and in OData we use EDMX. Okay,
Okay.
now see, this EDMX, right, is also being used to like create the schemas. Okay, so once you click this, you will see all the entities are there, right? These are called different entities, so category, customer demographic, customer, employee. But what client has told me, like they're going to use orders, right? So I will be selecting orders.
Okay.
So your schema will be there. Okay, see, your schema got formed, right?
Okay.
And in the target site, like whatever the target structure will be, you have to use that. For example, for now I'm just using this EDMX only, and in this I am just taking order details. So from order it will be like we will be forming order detail data. Okay, we will be mapping it. Employee ID, right? Order, what is the unit price? So some, let's see, some price is there or not. Nothing. Okay, for now I'm just mapping anything. Okay,
Okay.
all things are mapped. Okay, now let's go to simulate. Go to generate. See, this is sample. This is a new feature just CPA just enabled. Okay, I think 2 or 3 days
General.
back. Yeah, it was not there earlier. Now it is generate, so
Yes.
you
Yes.
can always create a sample data. See, now what I'm doing, I'm doing a mapping simulation. Okay, so this is what we are having. Download the output. Now you have the data. Okay, like you got the output.
Okay.
See if we can have sender wala.
It is a pure
Sender we
HCM.
cannot. Yeah, sender we cannot download. Sender is not downloadable. But anyway, like see, you can see this, right? Anyway, so this data will be coming from sender side, and this data will be your map data. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now you got this, right? Like what, how to configure this OData adapter,
Yes, sir.
right? The scenarios, I will give you some scenarios. Okay, Rahul sir will be giving you scenarios with respect to this. Okay, like, and you like this EDMX and all that, like it is still there. You can easily download it. Let me ping you the details. You can use this EDMX. You see, like if they are having the payload, so that I can at least show you a few more things. Yeah, they don't have payloads. Okay, samples is there, right? Let me see. EDMX, EDMX. No XMLs. Okay. Okay, let it be. So now the second part. Okay, let this be. Okay. Now what we are going to do, we are going to add OData adapter in the receiver side also. Okay.
Okay.
We are going to use request reply. We are going to have a receiver. We are here. Now we are going to have, where is OData man? OData. We are going to use V2. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now here we need to give add C. This is the configuration part. Okay. So it is internet authentication is like you can select basic client credentials, over to client credentials, over to SAML builder system. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So for now, I am selecting none because I'm going to use Northwind method OData because that is free to use.
Okay. It means there is no request limit.
Sorry,
There is no request limit.
there is no what?
Request.
I'm not getting it right.
Uh, मतलब आई मीन सर वेबसाइट को जो कॉल करूंगा उसमें कोई भी रिक्वेस्ट लिमिट नहीं होगा.
हाँ हाँ, वैसा कुछ नहीं होगा. ठीक है, मतलब इसमें बेसिकली ये फ्री टू यूज है, तो ऑथेंटिकेशन हमारा नन है. लाइक यू यूज्ड योर दिस ना webhook डॉट साइट.
यस सर.
हाँ, तो उसकी उसी के जैसा है ये भी, बट दिस इज फॉर ओ डेटा. webhook डॉट साइट वाज फॉर योर एचटीटीपीएस एंड सोप. ठीक है.
ओके.
ओके ना.
यस सर.
अब अभी देखो यहाँ पर इंपॉर्टेंट क्या होता है ना, इंपॉर्टेंट होता है processing tab. This you need to configure in a well way. Okay, so operation details is query. Okay, operation details I am giving query for now. Okay, we are trying to fetch some data from this particular OData web service. Okay, now
ओके.
the important thing is this model operation. Okay, so in this you have to go to select. This is what we call model operation. Okay, in this we select entities and fields and everything. Okay, so since the authentication is none, so it read the data, like we are talking to this service and we are extracting the metadata of this. Okay, so query, then we are going to select what entity, so we are going to select orders. Okay, now see, we have already made our schema. Okay, we have already made our schema from EDMX, correct?
XSD.
Sorry.
XSD फाइल.
XST, that schema is called is having extension of .xst. Okay, that is schema definition.
ओके.
Okay, so if we want, we can just select it. We can name this. Okay, then we can select all the fields like whatever we want to fetch. Okay, now
ओके सर.
this is done. If you want multiple records,
एक्स्ट्रा.
okay, so just leave it. Yeah, just leave it. Don't give any filters if you want to run this on full load. Okay, full load meaning it will take every order whatever present in the database. Okay, and if you're going to fetch some limited number of records, say for example top five record, okay, and if you want to skip five record and put and take next five record, then five skip. Okay, meaning it will skip five records and next five will come to you. Okay, and see, like whatever it is we are doing here, right, it is being added here below. Okay,
ओके.
this is called, this is that OData query. Okay, so here we are going to use, say for example, I am skipping three records and I'm taking next five records. Okay, then step three is for all things are like filter and sorting. Okay, say for example, if you want any order data with respect to a specific country, okay, then you can select it from here. So say for example, here it is country, right? So country, select it, equal to, yeah, see here, no, you need to see the values. Okay, like what values is present in this your like in the database. Okay, like say for example, if it is IN, okay, so this is India. If this IN is not written in this way, but in this way, okay, so you need to know this, okay, before setting any filters. For now, I'm
Okay.
not using any filters, okay, just to see like what data it is having. Remove this also because you don't want to short anything,
Short. Yes.
okay. Just finish this, okay. Now I'm just removing this OData for now. I'm removing this and I'm using a timer, okay. I'm directly passing to this. I'm not using this mapping also. Not sure whether I think this will throw some error. Okay, got run. Where traces are not there. I'm putting this in trace. I'm redeploying this, going to this. It ran, it completed. Now let's go to trace. See what happened. It started, it went to this OData, take the data, and it came here at this step, right? So here we will be seeing the data. See,
Yes, sir.
right? And how many order data we have called for? So one, then below is two, then three, four, and last one is five.
Top
Okay.
five.
Now see one, yeah, see one more thing. Okay. Like this is the key observation. If it is visible, I'm not sure whether that will be visible here. See what usually what happens now. Core data is having one more additional functionality. Okay. Now what is that? So O data, like if the data is coming in JSON, right? Okay.
Okay.
It is going to, it will convert that JSON into XML for you. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, the data which what it fetched, right? Okay, is a JSON payload data. Okay, is in JSON. Let me show you how it looks like actually. Okay, let's not worry about this. See how this is the like basic concept. Okay, like this is how you need to understand core data. Okay, so let's take this URL. अबे यार, what? Seriously? Okay, let's open Notepad. Okay, then you need to take orders. Okay, then you need to take this. Okay, and this will be a query. Okay,
Okay,
now
sir.
let's see if this runs. See, this is showing you in XML. Okay, anyway, it's showing in XML only. So see, this is how an OData API works. Okay, you
Okay.
how you need to form the URL, like how this adapter actually combines everything and make one complete URL so that you can call the data. Okay, this is the functional understanding of OData, like how it usually works. Okay, since like you are what you are doing, you are putting address here. You can putting like what entity you are hitting, and like what query you are doing. Okay. So as we know, like URL comprises of this address, okay, and then entity, and then you are having this query, okay, and therefore like you can easily make the URL and test it. Okay. So see, now we are having batch processing also. So whenever you are sending data to audit adapter, right? Sometimes it happens like you need to send millions of records. Okay. So we use batch processing. Okay. Currently, uh, uh, I don't have any POCs for that so that I can show you. But this is something, like maybe you can use enable batch processing to post data to multiple entities. Maybe later sometime, right? I will show you one POC for that also. Okay. And here is content type. You can select it like whether it you are sending is JSON or it is Atom. Okay. Then page
What
size is used for
what is Atom, sir?
pagination. Atom is a kind of like type of file. Okay.
Okay,
Like JSON is a format, right? XML is a format, right? So Atom is also a format. These are mostly used in BOM interfaces.
okay,
Okay, then page size we are having. Page size is basically is for your pagination. Say for example, like for in one page you want to post 20 records. Okay. And then in next page you want to process 20 more records. So here you will be defining the limit as 20. Okay. So page size will be 20. And if you, for example, if you are querying one data, okay, if you're querying some data like we queried just now, right? So if you define like we just want two order in one page, okay, so it will show you two order in one page only, and then it will go to next page, it will show two order, and it will go to next page, it will show one order because we have fetched five orders, right? So in this way it works. Then process in pages, you have to enable this to work, like to enable the functionality of page size. Okay. And then here you are having request headers and response headers. Like if you want to send some headers, you can whitelist it here. And that's it. Okay. And here you are having custom query. These things like are special case scenarios. Okay. You don't have to worry about these configurations. Mostly what you are going to use this part.
query.
Okay. Model operation. Okay. And some complex scenarios you might be using pagination. Okay. But these things are fine. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now, so this is done, right? So sender OData adapter and your receiver OData adapter. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So see, like what happened right here till now. Okay. Till now, you have worked on HTTPS adapter, SOAP adapter, HTTPS adapter, SOAP adapter, and OData adapter. Okay. So these three adapters now are the most used adapters.
In
Okay.
CPM.
In any project. Yeah. Okay. So in any project basically. Okay. Then you go for IDOC adapter. Okay. Then you go for uh, XI adapter. Okay, which is now like rarely used. Okay. Then you go for SFTP, FTP adapters. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So similarly, like you go for different adapters, but mostly you are going to use these adapters only. Okay.
It means these are the most important for the interview.
For
Interview.
in the interview, they ask a lot of things, man. Like, but you can always mention these basic adapters, like you have worked with on all those things. Okay.
Okay.
Because if you're going to give an interview for as an experienced guy, right, they might ask you a lot of things, not only about adapters. So I think they are not going, they will just ask like, okay, what adapters you have used, and that's it. See,
Okay.
here we are having as2 as4, right? These are also like quite used adapter, but they are very costly. Okay. So project rarely go for this unless they have very high budget. Okay. As2 are like advanced SFTP. Okay. As2 and As4.
Okay.
Then they
Advanced.
have AMQP adapter. So AMQP actually you cannot demonstrate it. Okay. Because AMQP is being used now to send event data to event mesh. Okay.
Okay.
They see here we are having advanced event mesh, and then we are having AMQP adapter. Okay. Then we are having IDOC, JMS. JMS is also not being used frequently. OData I already explained. Salesforce and Salesforce PubSub. All these adapters are now are now being taken up by Rohu consultancy. So they will be using Rohu adapter. This is SAP provided Salesforce adapter. Okay. So if
Okay.
you're having integrations with this, you can use this Salesforce. So this is see, okay, this see, I need to install this. See, this is also see, you can see right the basic things. What is this? HTTPS and it is REST streaming. So REST streaming is nothing but something similar to your HTTPS. Okay. Then you are having connections. It is everything is same. Okay. Once you understand all these three adapters, right? So
Okay.
uh, you will understand any of the adapter because all the adapters, right? They are just named accordingly, but in the backend part of it, right? Everything is same. Okay.
Okay, sir.
See, processing this everything. Just this is just little bit of description you might be needing. Nothing else. Like here, the channel name they are saying, right? It is actually nothing but your entity name. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So with this, right, like we are resting this call. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Uh, Rahul sir will ping you for some POCs with respect to OData adapter. Okay. And this adapter thing, right? It is done. Maybe in some later sessions, right? I will try to show you some SFTP scenarios. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And with that, right, you need to explore more about the adapter part. Okay. Because these three adapters are the foundation of any adapter. Okay. If you
Okay.
understand this, you can connect any system. See, just now you saw this Salesforce, right? Whatever they are using, right, they can always send the data using your HTTPS adapter. Okay.
Okay.
Because if you're not going to use Salesforce adapter, you can simply what you can do, you can just add this HTTPS adapter and it will work for them. Okay, unless they are using event driven architecture. Okay,
Okay.
event driven architectures comprise of this pub shop thing. Okay, like whenever see this is event, right, topic events. Okay, so if they are going to use the event thing, then you have to use this adapter itself. Okay, so do some homework with respect to OData. Okay, you will
Okay, sir.
browser will ping you a few POCs with respect to that. Okay,
Okay, sir.
and then we can like continue the session.
Okay.
Yeah. So any questions?
Sir. No, sir. I understand.
Okay. If any questions, right, just ping Rahul sir. Okay, we will address the issue.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Bye.